Hello, I'm Karridine, and I help people understand the rapidly changing needs of the world marketplace so that they can empower themselves and reduce stress, earn more, solve problems, increase profits, and develop relationships. I don't know that much about marketing, but I do know I have a passion to help people, so let me ask. Have you been stuck looking for an answer when you didn't really know the right question? Or if you've ever been stuck in a job that's grinding you down every day, sucking the juice right out of your soul while you struggle for more income? Do you dream of something more than this, but don't know where to start or how to start getting what you really want in life? Well, that was me, too. In a younger day, I served 4 honorable years of top secret service in the U.S. Army Security Agency, and I served on the Korean DMZ, and I learned firsthand about the real differences between the free world and the socialist tyrannies. My honorable discharge set the stage for pre-medical studies in California and my doctorate in 1974. Years of clinical practice let me learn some of my limits and some of my strengths. But a family tragedy in 1981 saw my practice slide away from me in a haze of pain. There were no life coaches for me to turn to for help back then, and very few NLP practitioners and 0 online options. My search for a better life, a better me, led through Korea again to Thailand, where I met my Lao Thai wife, who's been by my side for the last 22 years. I speak fluent Korean and taught Korean language for the government, and I taught myself Thai. I taught, trained, and continued my informal studies, even though I no longer tried to work as a doctor. I had a passion for helping people in pain get out of pain, helping people who were feeling frustration and people longing for relief, and I did help them. A few here, a few there, as I continued my studies of the human nervous system, studied languages for humans and the languages of programming. I helped students, teachers, friends, and relatives clean up their internal programming, the mind software they were running in their brain hardware, and the results ranged from good to amazing. And that was what led me to see the power and creativity of neuro-linguistic programming. So when I found an opening for certification as a life coach, I paid to enroll at the American University of Neuro-Linguistic Programming and studied and practiced until I took and passed my final exams there. Now, in the world that we've known most of our lives, change came at a manageable pace. You know this from your study of history, and you know this yourself when you think about how news came to the great mass of people for the 6,000 years prior to 1844? You do, don't you? News, whether it was good or bad, peaceful or warlike, came at about the speed of a horse. Okay, sometimes a steam engine, the iron horse, but mostly the Pony Express, horse-mounted cavalry, something like that. Speed of horse, right? In those days, if you were, say, born into the Miller family, you learned the Miller trade. You worked as a miller all your life. You trained your children as millers, and you died a miller, or a smith, or a hooper, or a cooper, or a wright, or a carter. In those days, change and time were measured by seasons, generations, centuries, and eons. But in 1844, the digital age was born with that first telegraph message sent by sending lightnings from east to west, and that moment in time and the events of that day ended the old world of slow and changed our lives and the lives and options of all humanity to full speed forward from that time onward. Nowadays, humans create more documents, data, and recordings in 6 hours than existed in all the world's libraries prior to 1844. Golly, processes that used to take 2 or 3 generations to complete now wash over us in 7 years or less and the life choices facing even the best and the brightest among us are now so dizzying that we get brain gridlock just trying to keep up with only the really important changes, let alone the nuances, the implications, and the personal responsibilities that come with those changes in society or government or options or resources around us. Future shock? No myth. No myth. It's here, knocking at our doors every day as we struggle more or less adequately to deal with these rapid, demanding changes. Some say, oh, well, it'll get better. No, it will. Certainly, someday, for some of us, and a lot better for a few of us who have the courage to get some insight, get a grip, and get some perspective on these changes in an empowering way now. Simplified, here are some big trends that are smashing through antiquated barriers and reshaping this wonderful world of ours. Now, for the next couple minutes, I'm going to read from notes here, but I couldn't memorize this part of it. Growing awareness of the oneness of mankind. What is this? Well, the meek are inheriting the earth. And Facebook, LinkedIn, MySpace, and Twitter prove that they're having fun, rejoicing greatly in doing it. No one cares about your outside skin color, your age, your shape, the size of your nose, or the rest of that. They care about you, your unique abilities, traits, gifts, and your character. The equality of men and women is changing everything we do, online and offline, as we have 2 generations now, at least 2, almost 3, accustomed to expecting women to be there alongside men, doing all that humans can do, and doing it with verve, passion, panache, and excellence. Something else here, social media communication daily. People go to Facebook, LinkedIn, MySpace, Twitter, and those are just barely beginning. 600 million just barely beginning at Facebook to scratch the surface of what people want to use daily to meet family, friends, and business associates from all around the world. They don't want enemies. They want friends and associates. These and the Google search engine leader of 10,000 other search engines are helping humans investigate the truth for ourselves. We're no longer willing to let some government agency or radio TV personality tell us what to believe. We fact-check their data, and amazingly quickly, too. Affiliate marketing. Look at this. We can do this automatically today. Computers track and pay people who solve problems for other people by suggesting somebody else's product or service. Now, pioneers were Amway, Shackley, Mary Kay, For Life, and they were on to something good. And they pioneered multi-level marketing, shifting the whole buy and sell paradigm from a concrete brick and mortar place downtown that you had to go to we the people mode that we're enjoying today. The growth and development of all the above has helped people to study and learn the universal auxiliary language, English, to meet and befriend others around the world, both online and in person. Just a minute. Did you know there are 350 million English as second language speakers in the People's Republic of China? There's more English speakers in China than there are native English speakers in North America. Now, these trends, these dynamic transformations, they're here to stay. So what can you do to make your life work better, end the stress and frustration, and start reaping truly worthwhile rewards? Well, what you can do now is decide. Decide. Decide that you deserve to stop feeling sick and tired. You deserve a less stressful job or life than what you have now. You deserve relief from the anxiety of so many unknowns. Decide to begin a professional relationship at no cost for this first step, and take action today. Don't make some of the common mistakes like, oh, I can do it myself, when in fact, we can't do it ourselves. Not today. All the great motivators and problem solvers and creative genius high-income earners have somebody that they can turn to because they need help sometimes. They know it. They don't say something like, I can't afford it. That's a common mistake, because I can't afford it ignores the cost, the ongoing cost of continuing pain, frustration, stress, and distress. And how much is that costing? Another mistake I often hear is, oh, I don't have time. But this is one of the main reasons that quality coaches require us to put up a significant amount for the hourly fee, so that you have something to lose by continuing in a self-sabotaging, unproductive, or uncommitted habits. Hey, you want to keep on the way you are? You don't like my style? You want to continue as you have been? Well, head on. Godspeed and good luck. But paying a fee for your professional help gives you some real motivation to make time for your help. Be there on time. Make time to do the exercises. Make time to put your plans into practice, and make time to reap the rewards and enjoy the benefits of your efforts. This is your life, not a practice run for the real thing. Now, the first action you should take is to put your email address in the space for it on this page. Get your application for acceptance. There's no obligation after receiving that. When you're ready, when you've filled out the application, send it in. You distinguish yourself by taking action for your benefit. I'm Karridine, Life Coach.